Hello, YouTube land. This is Deb Helfrich live on October 23rd, 2020. It's been a good day as I channel my inner ice cube. That's straight off of LinkedIn. We're here to actually read you a post by Susan Cain of the Quiet Revolution, Ms. Introvert Queen, and where I coined a term, CTSD. Here we go. Coined, improved. Vimproving is what we've got here. I have invented video improv morning page journaling. So here we go. Let's go to LinkedIn and see what Susan Cain wrote. Created a post called "The Real Reason You Might Not Like Parties." How many sincere sides might we long to discover in our new companions at parties if we only could ask what happened in their childhoods? How did they find their way through adolescence? What do they make of their parents? What do they dislike about themselves? What makes them fall into bed sobbing? Have they ever thought of suicide? But the social codes governing parties ensure that we never come close to any such inquiries. We may have been asked long to the evening, but our deeper selves have not been invited. The moral's clear. If we seek others, we should stay at home. If we wish to alleviate loneliness, we should turn down invitations. If we want company, we would be better off communing with dead writers and poets rather than hunting for solace at large gatherings. We should cease to be ashamed of our buried longings to remain by ourselves. It is very normal and highly understandable for properly social people, that is, people who really wish their souls to connect with those of others, to feel anxious about parties and to prefer to see people very seldom and then only in the smallest and most intimate of contexts. End quotes, via the always inspired The School of Life. All right, that's the post by Susan Cain. And your redheaded She-Hulk. Hashtag redheaded She-Hulk. Deb Helfrich. I respond. Oh, Susan Cain. I'm just off a Zoom with Zeta Wa Tula Hikayo. Sorry, looking at the words in Tula Hikayo. I can say it in my auditory memory. Zeta Wa Tula Hikayo. Just can't look at it spelled out in English. Okay, so Zeta and I, we talked about the micro and macro aspects of being rare individuals who are thoroughly enmeshed in being just like everyone else. So many social rules, like what we can and cannot say at parties, are keeping us all in cycles of trauma. And learning how to say African names. She is half Ugandan and half Barbadian. Bajan. As again, there's an example of me and my auditory processing and my visual language processing being ever so slightly different. When I see the word, I say Bajan. When I want to say the word, Bajan. Interesting, is it not? We're in a very either or, we can complain that white people don't show respect in pronouncing African names, and that is certainly, I don't want to give white people a pass in any way. But you have to practice. There are very complex, we actually, English for whatever it is, and in the Romance languages and such, they're quite nowhere near as complex. Recently learned this week that Yoruba has far more letters, has more letters than English. I mean, 27, like the far more to me You get one more letter, think of the added complexity. I mean, in German, you have the double S, the is it an umlaut? I can't remember. Yeah, but when you from 26 letters, if you go just one more letter, 2, 3 more letters, if you 30 letters or 33 letters in your alphabet, you've exponentialized the amount of words you can create. Boom. Deb goes on. I do not mean to diminish the severity of PTSD in any way, but when will we wake up to the, air quotes, single quotes, reality of CTSD, current trauma stress disorder, invented right for you, right here, right now. 2020 is the year of collaborative trauma as a global civilization, albeit the degree of traumatization has everything to do with where we live on the globe, as COVID-19 is an environmental trauma. I got lots to say about environmental trauma. In the US of hypocrisy, we must see that our safety and health is entirely dependent on where we live, which begs me to mention that Africa is the world region proving most adaptable to pandemic conditions, even while New Zealand gets all the press. Click to read more of my thoughts. #redheaded She-Hulk. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. This has been a quick little minute. 7 minutes. I don't do brevity. I simply don't.